Hi, Jacq Hackett here, and this week I've been making a start on a project that I'm going to be delivering mainly next year. But at this point, we're trying to set up some stakeholder consultations because we want to hold them in February next year, and we're trying to get into everyone's diaries before they all head off on the Christmas break. So we've been trying to set up the appointments this week, and as I was doing this, it reminded me of how tricky and tedious this used to be years ago before I discovered online scheduling. And so if you're new to consulting, you may not be aware of online scheduling tools, so I just wanted to share that with you today. So, as I said, in the bad old days, it was very, very tedious. So for this project, for example, I'm probably interviewing maybe 35 to 40 stakeholders. So it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people to fit into your diary in a very short space of time. We're conducting them over 2.5 weeks. And these are really busy people. So it's a difficult thing to get into the diaries. And in the bad old days, you used to have to block out some times and email everyone and say, these are the times available. Can you nominate some spots that suit you? I'd have to get back to them, make sure I got them into my diary, and all the while trying to stop two people wanting the same time and having to get back to them to readjust. Was really, really, slow and tedious and a bit of a nightmare. But now there are online schedulers, and they have just changed my life around scheduling stakeholder consultations. So I use one called Calendly. There are others. I'm not advocating that you use that one. It's just the one that I happen to use. And it syncs with my diary and sits on my computer. And so what I do for this consultation process is I set up an event in Calendly for this project. And I can set all the details up, how long I want the appointments to be, whether I want them to be face-to-face or telephone. If it's by telephone, I can ask people to provide the number that they want to be called on for the interview. And Calendly will generate a unique URL for that event. So all I have to do is email everyone on the list and say, here's the link, choose a time, and book into my diary. It's fantastic. So once someone does that, we both get an email confirming that time, and the email will also tell them that if they need to change it, they just go back into the link and do it. It's very simple and straightforward, and saves everyone a whole lot of time. So it really is the smart way to schedule any appointments, really, but for stakeholder consultations in particular, it is really marvellous. And so I use a paid version. There is a free version, but I use the paid version just because it has some other additional features that I really like. And that costs me $8 a month. So as they say, priceless in terms of the time saving that it allows me in scheduling appointments. So I wanted to share that with you today. I hope that's been helpful, and I really encourage you to think about using an online scheduler.